Can't stop, won't stop. And it's going to be easy to go live like this. But it's like there was something going on that I really couldn't control when I went live with the with the StreamYard. And so, I don't know. I guess too many people were trying to load up that back area, and poor Amanda kept getting. I guess it was like buffering a lot, and then I kept getting kicked off of there. So I don't know exactly how this all this works with YouTube and all that, and who can affect it and who can't. But I will say this: there is salvation in no one else, for there is no other name under heaven given among men which we must be saved. Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Only Jesus. And like the reason, hey Amanda, thanks for coming on, Amanda. And you know what? I do respect where you're at in your walk. I do. And I understand that it's tough for a lot of people. It's not just you, it's tough for a lot of people. And um, sometimes we are where we are, and that's fine too. And I would say hang around, get support, be around people that have your best interests at heart, right? Where their intentions are to help you. And, the negative people, we don't need to waste too much time on that, you know? We just need to be here for each other, you know? And so, um, I've been given so much confirmation about Jesus in my life, right, that I'm lucky, right? I feel very blessed because um, when I look at like all the conspiracies, right, and all the evil, right, especially the evil that doing all the one eye symbolism and the mark of the beast with their hand and all that stuff. Now, all of that is the mark of the beast is only found in Revelation, right? You're not going to find Revelation, in the Quran or in any other Bible. Not, So Revelation is a Christian thing, right? And so that's the revelation of Jesus Christ, right? And so if all the evil is lined up with one Satan, right, then it gives you good confirmation that our Savior is Jesus Christ. And so like when they have stuff like moon missions, right? They're fake moon missions, the Apollo missions, right? Well, in Revelation, the name of the beast is Apollyon, right? And so there's no Jesus missions to the moon, right? It's all geared towards the Antichrist. So even if you just went by the evil in this world, right? The evil in this world is lined up against Jesus. So if that helps with confirmation, I don't know. But you're a sweetheart, and I'm glad that you're here. And I've known you for years, and you're a good person, Amanda. A very good person. And so, yeah, ScrewTube is crazy, man. StreamYard is too easily hacked. I think that's something that we need to look at. Like, I'm going to probably get a different streaming situation because you know what happens more than anything? Even when it doesn't get hacked, having people in the background, like, really affects my phone gets all hot and everything. Oh yeah, there's a conspiracy against Jesus. I mean, even in real life, like like on TV, you'll always see either some false image of Jesus, right, or an image of Jesus that doesn't include the gospel or a life-saving message, or just straight mockery, right? Like you'll never see like, Buddha getting mocked, or any of these Vishnu or any of these other gods being mocked as much as Jesus. And so, well, hey, Cindy, it's looking like right now that like all of the different mediums, right, of social social media, of course, question everything for sure. Test all things. In fact, that it says that in Romans. But yeah, it seems like every social media or every medium for social media is evil, or run by the evil corporations. I mean, it's at the point now where you almost can't trust anything. And if we're able to get together, right, it's always, yeah, it's hard to say, Clutch Bear, if Discord itself is evil, but we're at the point now where you can pretty much guarantee that the world is run by evil people. I would say everything has its um, touch of evil, right? And yeah, I don't even think it has to do with the people, Clutch Bear. I just think that, you know how like people will say, um, Google is run by the government. Well, I think it's the other way around. I think that that the corporations are the government. And I think that's clear. I don't think that that's anything that's hidden. And when you turn on the television, that's programming you to be part of the world, right? And I think the reason why there's so much, against Jesus, right, is because Jesus offers a free salvation to everybody. That's freeing everybody to know that they were created, specifically designed, right, to be a divine being, and that our salvation is a gift, right? They don't want you to have that gift. They want you to think it's somehow your works are involved, right? That you have to go through them, right? You have to act right, or you have to, fall in line in order to, get achieve anything, or there's works involved in your salvation. And that's what they want you to believe, right? Or they want you to believe that there's nothing out there at all, and it's YOLO. You only live once. Try everything. Do what you want. That kind of thing, right? And that's not the message that we should be getting. I mean, we're just being born on this earth, right? We should get an equal share of all of it. You know. And being born here, like I was born on this earth. I should be able to go anywhere on this earth, and there should be a piece of it that is mine, that it belongs to me. I was, because if it's not that way, right, the way it is now, we have people being born in a system, right, that have to live with decisions that were made hundreds of years ago, you know? Like, I mean, I certainly didn't agree to give away all the shiny stuff and trade it for paper, right? Somebody else made that deal and I have to live with it. Not that I care about gold or silver, or if the money's backed by, dog muck. It wouldn't bother me either way. I don't even know why gold is worth anything to anybody. It's not worth anything to me, you know? And so it's like we're living with all these decisions that were made years ago. And so our only hope, right, is that, and I've gotten a lot of confirmation to believe that the Bible is true. I mean, it's not like just some hope that I have that it's true, right? It's like a lot of confirmation. And so the Bible really is our best case scenario, right? Like, if, okay, I'll even put it this way. If it's true, the Bible's true, that's the best possible scenario for us. If it's not true, then nothing is true. And that's a very, very scary way to look at things. That's why I was grateful for Flat Earth. That's why I was grateful to find out about the trans agenda and the occultism. And that's why I was, it was good to find out about the healthcare and what this new thing that the potion they're giving out, right? Like that's why it's good to uncover these things, even though they're not good, good things. The fact that these things were lies, against us, right, to cause us harm, right? But it's good to find out that these things were lies because it gives the Bible confirmation, right? And so, yeah, I mean, Cindy, we're at that point now, right, where if we are in tribulation, right, and we get to that point, you can't eat silver, you can't eat gold, right? So it's like, that's the way it's going to be, like the things that are going to be worth money are probably, I don't know, probably penicillin, probably some kind of food that stores easily or is, easy to trade or easy to, but the problem is if you have a lot of stuff in an apocalyptic situation, right, is that now you have to guard it, and so you have to think that way too. I mean, I guess being a soldier, I think of things like this, right? And so I don't want a whole bunch of stuff that I have to guard either. That's a consideration too. So I probably want enough stuff I could put in a backpack, medicine, I guess, to trade, and then for people that are hurting that need medical care, or something like that, like emergency style stuff, and to be helpful in that way, I guess. And it's good with people like you to begin with, to be a good person, to be a dependable, good person that people can depend on. It's not a good time to start making enemies and cause dissension. It's a good time to get forgiveness from God and start living in the Spirit of God. And so, yeah, it's crazy the amount of people that, I mean, because obviously if you have any kind of Christian channel where you're like preaching like the true gospel, you're going to be attacked. There's no doubt. We're going to get attacked. I mean, I get probably about 5 attacks a week. I mean, a lot of them, they go away after, they peck at you a couple times, tell you to kill yourself, and then they move on. But yeah, there's always going to be those people that cause dissension and really not see that their biggest enemy is themselves. Because the channel now is stronger than it's ever been. The people in this chat are the best people that I've ever had. Um, the support I'm getting from the people in the chat is the best it's ever been, right? I was so glad to see antivirus today, and I was I mean, anti-venom, and I was so good to see Amanda today, and it was so good to see Hannah today. So good to see Cindy today. So good to see Chow, right? Ray of Sunshine, of course, right? Homeless in America, how you doing, buddy? And it's like Clutch Bear, right? All these people, AJM, these are all people. And if I missed you, there's Waters, Living Waters was in there, but like this is the strongest that this channel's ever been, and the best it's ever been, and almost to the point where like it's a lot of work, right? Like right after the stream is over, I'm either getting calls about like, oh, and Shazam, amazing, yes, Shazam is amazing, yeah, of course, Rowan, who could forget Rowan, right? And see, I'm glad that I never turned my back on Rowan, right? This is the hard part, right? Is when people get kicked out of a group, they're not just being, broken up with by their friend, right? It's they're being put out and separated from all their friends that they've been calling friends for months and months and months, right? Oh, of course, Joel. Joel's awesome too. Thank you, More Than a Flame. And it's like, and so it's like, people get separated from their friends, and I just wanted to be that channel where I can help restore people. And I'm not gonna have anybody, especially a friend of mine, come here and control things, right? That's not gonna happen. I mean, you can get out of here with that crap. Oh yeah, so I'm just, I mean, this is just amazing. And yeah, I'd like to have Joel on more, and I'd like to have AJ on more. Hey, AJ Blunt, like, do you actually like? I mean, would you actually like to come on? Because like, there's times where I was going to put out the link for AGM. I didn't even know that you were the type that liked to come on, But if you do, that would be great too. And I always like having Alex on. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Well then, um, I want to have two of you. How about Joel and AJ Blunt tomorrow at 7, if that's cool. Yeah, I wish I can drop a link now, man, because but I'm live straight from YouTube so that I don't get I was getting kind of hacked there. But oh yeah, hey Hannah, anytime you want to come on, anytime Cindy wants to come on, anytime Rev Sunshine wants to come on, it's available to everybody. Just let me know. Good servant 22 at gmail.com. Good servant 22 at gmail.com. And let me know that you want to come on and what you want to talk about, and I'll decide whether or not it's better to have one or two of you on at the same time. Because sometimes it's better to have two people because it makes it it gives people more comfort, because it's a couple guys, or a couple girls or whatever. Sometimes one on one it could be nervous, make people nervous. But of course, Amanda's a welcome on an AJM. But the thing is my channel is like designed to bring people closer to Jesus. I mean, so keep that in mind. Like, it's okay to be where you are, right? I'm perfectly cool with that, and I'm perfectly cool with people just listening or whatever. And like Ryan wanted to listen, and that's cool. Like, I'm cool with him doing that, right? And I enjoy his streams, right? And so not everyone has to agree to enjoy the stream, right? But like, I think that it's good to have people up here to talk about, like, maybe different eschatologies, different um, views or takes on the book of Revelation, right? That's good, right? And Paula is having on the Level Up channel, she's having a good discussion, I guess, today about preterism and different eschatology. So it's something where we can go and learn what she's been studying the Bible 48 years. So it would be good to get her take on what's going on, right? So that we'll have something to go on when we explore these other things. And so yeah, and so and yeah, you're right. Like, you're right as far as like, are things possible that seem absurd, right? Yeah, I think so. Like, if you would have told me about flat Earth, like, you know, 5, 6 years ago, right? I would have told you you're crazy. Like, come on, man, that's crazy. I mean, I might have believed you about the moon missions or something, but um, I would have never considered that being a truth, right? But I mean, it's not only is it not a debate, it's not even a close debate. I mean, for us that are awake now, it's obvious we're not moving. Like, it's like, that's obvious. That's not even something that is even debatable, you know? But there are some people that are so brainwashed, right? That, they think they're moving and flying around, And, hey, I was one of those people. So I don't hate on those people. Some very, very smart people believe this, right? Just like some very, very smart people believe in evolution. And that's how I had to explain it to some of the people, right? They're like, no, 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 it's not true. It's not true what you're saying about flat Earth, right? And I'm like, yeah, but do you believe in evolution? Do you think you come from a monkey? Or do you think that everything exploded out of nowhere and just landed like this, It's like, come on, man. Like, I mean, even if you come from a monkey, right? You have to wait around for another, like a female version of what you are. I mean, what's going to stop you from going back in with the monkeys? And that's if a monkey could give birth to something other than a monkey, right? Like that's never happened. So it's like it wouldn't confuse. I mean, some people are not confused about. Oh yeah, evolution is obviously a lie, right? And the Big Bang's obviously a lie. But when it gets to flat Earth, they have trouble. Well, none of it's true. I hate to say it, but our history's probably not true. our 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 science, theoretical science is not true. Any creation story they tell us outside of the Bible is not true. And when I started off, right, when I started off thinking about where we came from and about the creation story of Earth, and after going to school as a kid, right, learning um, the Big Bang and evolution and all that, the Bible was the first thing I threw out in my life. Like, oh no, this can't be true, right? It can't be true because now we have dinosaurs before Adam and Eve, so you have death before sin. Like none of it works, right? But then like what it came down to was that okay, almost everything has to be a lie in order for this thing to be true, right? And sure enough, the most least likely thing in the world, right, is all this stuff ends up being a lie, and the Bible is the truth. And see, I went down this horrible rabbit hole. Hey, what's going on, Sasquatch? I'm glad to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're here, man. And so, uh, I went down this horrible, horrible rabbit hole that I'm kind of glad I went down it because I'm on the other end of it now, and I know for sure in my heart, right? But I was like, okay, well, which God is real? I mean, obviously, there's a God once you realize the Earth is flat, and there's just no debate for that, right? It is flat, and in geometric orientation, obviously. I mean, of course, there's bumps, humps and bumps everywhere, right? But in geometric orientation, meaning there's only one way up and one way down, that's a fact. I'm more sure of that than I am that there is a China. I mean, I have a high degree of belief that China is there because people are from there, and I've seen pictures and all that, right? But do I know it's there? No, not as much as I know that the Earth is flat in geometric orientation and not moving. I'm more sure of that. In fact, I know that. So we have to be careful on what we say we know and what we don't know. So of course China is there, right? I have a 99% belief in that, right? But I don't know it for myself, right? So, that's the way it is. And so, man, I'm just really glad at the group that is here. It's like I couldn't have put a better group together if I picked everybody. And then, a lot of my subscribers are handpicked. Like people I've asked, hey, sub to me, or gone to other channels and seen a comment and said, hey, I think like you, sub to my channel. A lot of you are like that, you know, or I've actually reached out to you and said, hey, I seen you on such and such, please subscribe. Like if I picked a group, right? Even Sasquatch, right? As soon as I found out about Sasquatch and learned about his channel, and when he started hanging out with us, like I was like, oh, I gotta reach out to him. I need him to email me. I mean, he didn't, at first, but I wish I had got to him first, because you can just sense good things in people. Oh yeah, and Hannah, of course, you know, Hannah's been around since the beginning, right? When I had like 80 subscribers, she was one of them, Cindy's been around since I had maybe 150, and it's just like it makes me happy. It just makes me happy that everything I want for this channel is happening. And even when people come against it, it ends up being stronger and better. And it's just amazing. Yeah, please sub to Homeless in America. And if you guys do have channels, put your channel links in there because I'm going to round out in a minute. But I would say this: I want to promote if Shepherd's Voice does a stream, I recommend going to that, and I definitely recommend Level Up channel. at 11 o'clock California time, which is like, I don't know, like 3 hours from now. She does lessons and stuff, and they're pretty good. I mean, I learned a lot from it. And, it's even worth a little donation to me because of how much I learned. And I've just learned so much from all of you, and you guys have all handled when people were coming after you, certain people or whatever, certain enemies and trolls that we have, right? I'm very proud of you guys about the way you guys handled it. You know, you guys really impressed me. And, unfortunately, right? And fortunately, the thing that a lot of us have in common being spit out of that group, right? Is that I would say 90% of the people that were spit out of that group were Christian people. And there's a lot of people that don't believe in Jesus over there. And I tried to tell our friend right from the beginning, without Jesus, there is no winning any fight. And he said Jesus causes division. But it's the kind of division you want, you know? Because now I'm left with people I know I can count on. 90% of the people in here are Christian people that I could count on if I'm in trouble, that will be there for me. And I will be there for them if they need me. And so it's all about walking the walk. I mean, anybody can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? And even talking the talk, because there's people that really like to make it about themselves all the time. You can't even think for a second about yourself or anybody else, because the person in question has always got to have it worse than you. And we all just fall in line so that the person doesn't get nasty. And when the person's on somebody else, nobody jumps in because, hey, the heat's off. I mean, I don't want anyone to feel that way about me. I don't want you guys to be here because you're scared of me. And there shouldn't be a grown man in this chat or a grown woman that's scared of me in any way. And so, I just want to let you guys know that I love you guys, man. Like, I'm not saying that. That's not something I'm just saying flippantly. I know a lot of people say that, but like the kind of love I'm talking about is different than accept everything love. It's I love you guys for being on that narrow road. And so it's going to get worse for us. I mean, it's time to start growing a thick skin, guys, because it's going to get bad. It's going to get hard. Yeah, absolutely, Clutch Bear. Instead of saying that, right, I like to say like, yeah, you're my hetero life mate. My hetero life mate, which doesn't sound good, but is maybe more true, right? But anyway, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and round out. Thank you, AJ and Amanda, for coming on. Amanda, I know that must have been hard for you to talk about. I like how honest you are about what you believe, and thank you for being genuine and honest. And I can always count on you for that. And so, Hannah, thanks for coming. Everybody, really, everybody. I don't want to say names because I don't want to not. I don't want to leave anybody out. But yeah, absolutely, Sasquatch, and God's got your back too. God has special plans for all of you, and I know we're the type of people that don't end up in people's lives on accident. When we end up in somebody's lives, it probably benefits. Like we're probably there to help them, right? And so, for all of us to be together is this is a powerful group, and it's a very humble group because it's hard for us to none of us here are conceited or have real big ego in that way. But anyway, I'll see you guys later. God bless you. I love you guys, and of course, more than anything, praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace, because without him and without our trip to the kingdom being guaranteed, and our salvation being secured, we wouldn't be able to spread this news to everybody in the world. God bless you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.